We're not going live. Oh, we are live. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening from here. If you are live, please tell us where you're watching us from. Welcome to our free class on eliminating meaningless sounds in speech, the emms and the ahhs, how to eliminate meaningless sounds in speech. Who is live with me this evening? Who is live this evening? If you're live, please say hello. Hello, everyone. Please say hello. Please share the link now. Share the link with your friends and your neighbors. You know that colleague who needs to be in this class, who needs to learn today how to eliminate meaningless sounds from their speech. Please reach out to them now. Tell everybody that Prospeak is live. We are live and we are here to learn. We are live. Hello, everyone. If you're live, say hello. Hello, JD. Hi. Good to have you on live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about how to eliminate meaningless sounds. How to eliminate meaningless sounds and clutch words. It's a very serious matter. A while ago, I was listening to an executive speak. And I concentrated on counting the number of ahs and ums that he made in one short speech of 10 minutes. And it was a lot. It was a lot. So if you're here, if you're live and you have issues with meaningless sounds and clutch words, you want to listen, you want to learn, and you want to implement all that you learned today. My name is Joy Eshimokai, and I am the lead coach at Prospeak Life Academy. Yes, I have a passion for public speaking. I love to teach adults and teenagers as well how to become confident and clear speakers. Welcome, everyone. So, yes, don't forget, share the link. Share the link now. Just go on, share the link, put it on your status, share the link, tell them we're live because we're about to just jump right in. What are verbal fillers? What are verbal fillers? If you can hear me, please put it in the chat box. I can hear you loud and clear. I want to be sure I'm being heard. What are verbal fillers? Verbal fillers are those unnecessary words and sounds that you hear in speech. Those unnecessary words and sounds that you hear in speech, such as as, so, like, you understand. We don't understand. We don't understand. Tell us what you want to say. So ums and ahs and all right, all of that take away the mean effectiveness from our speeches. It takes it away and makes it less effective. They often serve as placeholders. So we just put them there because we're trying to think of what next to say. What should I say next? What should I say? It takes away the impact from your speech. You want to eliminate that. Would you like to listen to someone who at every point is saying or are? Why don't you eliminate those and speak effectively? And so today I'm going to be helping you eliminate those verbal fillers. Verbal fillers. First of all, let's find out, why do you use verbal fillers? Why do we use them in the first place? Why do we need them? And then we can begin to explore ways to eliminate or at least reduce them to a significant minimum. So they stem from nervousness. You're nervous, and so you're trying to get yourself together, to put yourself together, and you just keep using them. R. So it stems from nervousness. You find that people who are nervous while speaking use them a lot. So if you're nervous, you use them a lot. Number 2, lack of preparation. If you're unprepared, you will use verbal fillers. There's no two ways about it. You will use verbal fillers. So why do we use them? Number 3, they can be habitual. So we have people who have become habitual users of you just use them. You can't help yourself. And guess what? Most of us actually have that. We just need to minimize their use. So most of us, well, when you record yourself, you'll find out somehow it just finds his way, just sneaks his way right there. So that's why we use them. Sometimes you are unprepared. No matter how confident you are, if you are unprepared, you are unprepared. If you're unprepared, you will use verbal fillers. They can also arise from everyday casual conversation. Maybe, we just use when you're speaking. If you're not conscious, if you don't control your speech, you will use them. What are the impacts of verbal fillers? What are the impacts? When you use verbal fillers, it makes you appear unprepared. Verbal fillers make you appear unprepared. They show a lack of confidence. So people feel, or your audience feel, you are not confident because you're using verbal fillers. It takes away the credibility from your speech. Oh, she may not necessarily know what she's talking about. That's why she's using them. It makes your audience uninterested. It, first of all, makes your speech uninteresting, and eventually makes your audience too uninterested in whatever it is that you're saying. By time, it dilutes the effectiveness, the impact, and the effectiveness from your speech. It dilutes, it makes your message ineffective. Imagine someone is telling you a story and keeps filling it in. You understand, you just get bored. You just get bored. So yes, at Prospeak Life, we teach our teenagers how not to use verbal fillers, how to eliminate them completely from speech, and how to speak confidently and with clarity. How do you identify that you use verbal fillers? How do you identify that you use verbal fillers? Number 1, record yourself. So sometimes, because we don't listen to ourselves, we don't go back to listen to our speeches, we really don't know if we use verbal fillers. So for you to know whether or not you use verbal fillers, or you even use them a lot, you need to record yourself and play back. Record yourself and play back to listen to yourself. So let's practice this habit of recording ourselves. So after this show, I'm going to go watch myself and find out if I used verbal fillers or not myself. So yes, record yourself and then play it back and find out if you have ums and hums and all of that in your, especially a recurring one, especially one that has become habitual. Ask for feedback. Ask for feedback from a friend, from a family. Ask for feedback from a coach. That's why I'm here. Yes, I'm here to help you. Ask for my feedback. Ask feedback from colleagues or from your mentor. Oh, when I speak, how do I speak? Do I use fillers a lot? Do I speak without fillers? Do I use a particular clutch word when I speak? How do I speak? What are the verbal? Is it clear? Do I enunciate my words? Thank you very much, JD. Thank you. So, yes, number 3, monitor yourself. Be mindful and take note while you speak. Be mindful. Let's begin to practice mindfulness. When you're speaking, listen to yourself. Enunciate your words when you're speaking. Monitor yourself is my next one. Number 2 is feedback from others. Number 3 is monitor yourself. Be mindful. Be mindful. As you speak, be mindful. What am I saying? What am I saying next? Number 4, analyze your speech. So number 1 was record yourself. So when you record yourself, analyze your speech. Write it down, transcribe it, write it down. Oh, this thing that I said online, how I said it. Write it down. Did I use clutch words? Is there a habitual word that I should be mindful of? Some people start their sentences with so. Every time they speak, they start their sentences with so, or they just go, you know, you understand. So find out if you have habitual words that you use often and eliminate those. Next, I'm going to show you how to at least reduce using verbal fillers. Reduce and totally eliminate them. It takes practice. It takes time. So when you start, when you monitor yourself, you're going to find out that you still use them, but eventually, after long practice, you will eliminate verbal fillers. It's possible. It's possible. So how do I eliminate verbal fillers? How do I eliminate verbal fillers, or at least reduce them? How do I eliminate using filler words in my speech? Number 1. So today is all about giving you tips and hacks to help you eliminate verbal fillers. Number 1, how do I eliminate at least reduce fillers? Number 1, silence. Many speakers are afraid of silence. Do not be afraid of silence. Do not be afraid to momentarily be silent while you speak. Silence is a powerful tool in public speaking. Silence is a powerful tool in public speaking. You can wield it to your advantage. Wield silence to your advantage. How do I wield silence? When you are silent for a moment, your audience wants to hear what you have to say next. I just used it. They'll be able to digest what you just said and then be interested in what you have to say next. It is a powerful tool in public speaking. It commands the attention of your audience. So don't be afraid to be silent. It commands the attention of your audience. What is she about to say? She's silent. What's she about to say? See, if you're speaking in a place, you have an audience, you're speaking, and you go silent, everybody will go silent. And their attention will be fastened on you. If you go silent, everybody will be silent, and their attention will be fastened on you. So do not be afraid of using silence as a powerful tool to help you eliminate or reduce verbal fillers. Do not. Number 2, breathe. Hey, everyone, breathe. And I need you to take a moment now and breathe. Breathe from deep inside of you, from your diaphragm. Breathe. So let's all take it in. Deep breath, and then release it slowly. Don't forget to breathe while you speak. Breathe. Breathe. Take a moment, slow down, calm down, and breathe. Because when you are out of breath, you're going to use fillers. When you are out of breath, you're going to use fillers. So breathe. Number 3, who is helping me put this in the chat room? Who is helping me? Number 1 is willed silence. Number 2 is calm down and breathe. Take a moment and breathe. It helps you feel more in control. Number 3, slow down. This is like breathe, but it's a different one. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down and speak more slowly. Speak more slowly. Speaking slowly gives you time to put your thoughts together and speak. Speak slowly. It gives you time to think. I'm speaking slowly now. As I speak, I'm showing you how to do each of this, how to make use of each of these tips. Slow down and breathe. If you slow down, if you enunciate slowly, you're going to eliminate filler sounds or verbal clutches. So slow down. I'd like for you to practice speaking to an audience like you're speaking to children. How do you speak to children? That's going to help you. How do you speak to children? For instance, you're speaking to a class of toddlers. How do you speak to them? No matter who you are, you will slow down. You cannot speak in front of toddlers and just be going on and on. So imagine that your audience is a bunch of toddlers that you're speaking to. Imagine that your audience is a bunch of toddlers that you're speaking to. How would you speak to them? How would you speak to them? Hello, children. How are you today? Are you feeling good? What did mommy give you for breakfast? What is your daddy's name? Are you happy? Just imagine that your audience are a bunch of toddlers that you're speaking to, and you will slow down. So when you find that you're out of breath or you're about to start using clutch words or filler sounds, just slow down. Number 4, script and rehearse. Script and rehearse. Thank you so much, Kanayo Omonoju. Script and rehearse. Practice your speech before you deliver. So it helps your brain catch up. For me, once I write, it's like there's a connection between the brain and the hand. Once I'm able to write everything I want to say, I'm better able to deliver. Don't forget, we're all a group of learners. So I know that when I write, I'm better able to deliver. I'm better able to deliver. So I script and I rehearse. So as I'm preparing, as I'm writing, for me, writing is like practicing. So as I'm writing, I'm actually practicing, and my brain is catching up with everything that I need to say. Number 4, script and rehearse. Let your brain catch up with your hand. Let your hand catch up with everything that you need to, so you are centered and you're able to deliver. Number 5, am I too fast? Number 5, focus on clarity. Focus on clarity. Focus on clarity. And for this number 5, I would like for you to watch I think we have it. Yes, we have it on YouTube. Yes, we have it on YouTube. I think we already have like 2 free classes on clarity. It's very important. Clarity is very important in public speaking. You want to be clear. You want to be clear. You cannot communicate effectively without clarity. So focus on clarity. Pay attention to articulating your words properly. Articulation is key. Pay attention to articulating your words properly. When you do articulate your words properly, you will not need to use any meaningless sound. You will not need to use clutch words. So put in the chat room what has been your highlight before I move on to exercises that can help you improve, on your speech without having to use clutch words and fillers. Please put in the chat room. I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. Please, if I have an audience out there, let me have it. Let me have it. What has been your highlights? And please share with us, do you have a challenge with using clutch words? Do you have a challenge with using clutch words, verbal fillers? Yes, Krypton Rehearse. Thank you very much for following Omonojo. Yes, clutch words. If this is a challenge, please share, and then I'll be able to, you can ask me any question. I am ready to take your questions at any time. But yes, let's move on. What has been your highlights? Omonojo says, script and rehearse, let your brain catch up with your hand, focus on clarity. Focus on clarity. All right, so how do I improve my speech so that I do not use fillers? How do I improve my speech so that I do not use fillers? Impromptu speaking. In the academy, we have a whole course on impromptu speaking. And I have ebooks. Yes, I have 2 ebooks. I have 2 guides on impromptu speaking. I have another guide on how to eliminate fear because, yes, I've used them. Nervousness can make you use fillers. Nervousness can make you use fillers and meaningless words. So yes, we have it on our seller. If the admin will please share the link. We have ebooks to help you overcome nervousness. We have ebooks to help you improve clarity. We have e-guides to help you with impromptu speaking. So when you learn to speak impromptu, you're going to be able to better eliminate meaningless sounds. Impromptu speaking will help you. Number 2, peer practice. Have a partner or a mentor. Practice in front of a partner or a mentor. Ask them for their feedback or give each other honest feedback. Practice in front of someone, a trusted friend, a mentor, a coach. Practice in front of them and have them give you feedback. Number 3, watch yourself on video. I said that earlier, but this time around, you will watch yourself on video. You will try to eliminate those meaningless sounds and then rinse and repeat. Watch yourself or practice on video. Watch yourself on video. Take note of those meaningless sounds. Do it again. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat over and over and over again until you become better. Rinse and repeat. Practice on video. Watch yourself. Identify your fillers. Try to eliminate them. Rinse and repeat again severally. Practice on video. Identify the meaningless sounds. Identify habitual sounds that you make. So, a lot of people use that a lot. Try to eliminate them. Do it again. Rinse and repeat. Do it over and over and over again, and you will get better. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. A wise person said that practice makes perfect. So you practice and practice and practice again. And knowing that you have this challenge, identifying this challenge and looking for ways to eliminate them, it's a big deal. You're halfway there. You're halfway there. So if you put into practice some of these things that you're learning tonight, yes, you're going to get better. Number 4, role playing. So you just create some what if situations. What if I'm asked a question? I'm unprepared. I'm asked a question I'm unprepared for. What is the next thing to do? Will I be silent and think instead of jumping onto meaningless sounds? Will I pause? Will I breathe? Practice role play. What if I'm called upon to just make a presentation when I'm not ready? What do I do? What do I do? Role play. Think about it and then practice. Think about it and then practice. There's something we call simulation. Simulation means you're doing something, but it's not in the real life situation, right? So you're simulating fire. There's a fire outbreak. They do it very well in several offices. So we just want to test our fire alarm. And boom, they press the fire alarm and everybody runs. They want to see how you're going to react in a fire, in a real life situation. So you simulate it. They want to see who is going to be alarmed and try to jump the fence, or if everyone will go to the muster point. Actually run to the muster point. Use the staircase instead of using the elevator and all of that. So simulation. What if situation? What if I'm asked and I'm nervous? What am I going to do next? When you think about these situations, when these situations do show up, you're going to know how not to fall victim of using meaningless sounds. Get a coach. Yes, I said it. Get a coach. And we at Prospeak Life are ready, always ready to help. Always ready to help. I have been through several situations. I developed myself to this point. I understand. You know how they say in the Bible, like, we don't have an advocate that does not feel our pain. I feel your pain. So if you have this big challenge, you can't speak impromptu, you're nervous when you're speaking. Trust me, even saying on the stream like this and speaking to you, it took practice to get better. So if you want to get better, you have to practice. If you want to get better, you have to seek for help. So getting a coach or a mentor is you seeking for help. Oh, I have this issue. I want to deal with it. I know I need somebody. And asking for help is not a weakness. No, it's not a weakness. So enroll for courses, enroll for public speaking courses, enroll for just read books, read materials, read anything that can help you. Anything that is developing you is great. Anything and everything that is making you get better, anything that is making you get better is great. Do it. Do it again and do it again. So yes, this is very important. Eliminating meaningless sounds, very important. Very, very important for you. So that you speak with impact. So that you speak with impact. So that it doesn't take away the effectiveness from your speech. So it doesn't take away effectiveness from your speech. It has long-term impact. Learning to eliminate or at least reduce filler words have a long-term impact. And I want to encourage you on this stream. If you're a habitual user, because we have people who are habitual users, I mentioned them earlier, who are habitual users of certain words, you want to pay attention to it. You want to record yourself, like I said. You want to record yourself. You want to pay attention to it because people are most likely not listening to you because of that habitual sound that you make. It can be really irritating. So people are likely not listening to you because I've spoken with several people in the course of teaching public speaking, and they say, oh, people don't listen to me when I speak. People don't listen to me when I speak. It's probably because of that irritating sound that you make. It's probably because of that irritating sound that you make when you speak. Or that particular thing you keep saying. Those ums and ahs that you keep saying whenever you speak is probably the reason why people don't listen to you. So if you need help, ask for help. If you need help, ask for help. The result of eliminating verbal fillers is a long-term effect. Long-term. And communicating with effectiveness, with clarity, and with confidence is very important. Do not forget that the world stage is not for the people that know and are silent. That's the silent majority, because you are afraid. Oh, what would they say? Oh, I have. And please do not let the fact that you use filler words or you use meaningless sounds, the emms and the ahs and the so on, stop you from speaking. Just find a way to minimize and keep speaking. Public speaking is a doing act. You can't learn without doing. See, no matter the number of courses that you enroll for, no matter the number of books that you read, if you do not practice standing in front of an audience and speaking, you can never be good at public speaking. Never. And so, yes, this brings us to the end. It's a very short class because I have another class to hop on. This brings us to the end of today's class. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take them now. Any questions, and I'm ready to take them now. If you have any questions, please ask me in the chat box. I'm ready to take your questions. I'm ready to take your questions. We have courses running in the academy for your teenagers, for your pre-teenagers. We have the August boot camp. Enroll your children for our August boot camp. It starts from August 24, team. Yes, August 24 is a 3-day boot camp. We have currently the Speak Out boot camp running. That is going to run for 6 months. It began in July and is going to end in December. If you have any child that you have put the mark of introvert on, no, there's no introvert anywhere. There's no introvert anywhere. An introvert is someone that his voice or her voice has been stilled. Stilled. You just off it. That's an introvert. But guess what? Introverts have a lot to say. A lot. And most times are extremely smart people. So you want to get that child who is an introvert but extremely smart. You want to get them in the academy. You want to enroll them for courses. So we're waiting to have them. We have the August bootcamp starts in August. By August 22nd, yes, for 3 days straight. Then the Speak Out bootcamp. If you want a long-term, a longer period of focus, we have the 6 months bootcamp. We meet twice every month, and we have exciting activities and assignments and a very engaging curriculum for your teenager. So if you have any question, I can't see any questions on the stream. Do you have any question for me? Any question at all? And I'm ready to take them. Thank you so much for coming on the stream tonight. I've enjoyed myself totally. It's been a very interesting day for me. And yes, I'm happy to be here, ending my day like this. Yes. If you have any question, I'm ready to take them before I say my goodbyes. Questions? Thank you, JD, for sharing your highlights. Learning to wield the power of silence. I cannot overemphasize that. Silence is a powerful tool in public speaking. Silence. I think I'm going to take a free class on silence. I'll teach you how to wield silence. Yes, it's a tool and you can wield it. Any questions before I leave the live stream? Guys, any question? Okay, let's have your last words. Last words, highlights. What was your highlight? What was your highlight? If you have highlights, share with us. If you have a question, I'm ready to take any of your questions now. Any question? I'm looking through. Thank you very much, JD. Thank you for being on the live stream. Thank you very much and for being very active participant. Thank you to Kanayo. Thank you for joining. I do not take your time for granted. Any questions before we go? No questions. Thank you, everyone. I need to hop into another class tonight. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your support again and again. And join the academy. We are open to receive you. Have a very good night, everyone, and see you in our next class. Okay, so our class is supposed to be, this free class is supposed to hold every last Sunday of the month. Every last Sunday of the month, but we had other activities, so we had to move this one forward, which was supposed to be scheduled for, which was previously scheduled for tomorrow. So what? Yes, please join us in our next class. Last Sunday in August. Have a good night, everyone, and see you next month. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe to our channel, and get notified every time we go live. Have a good night and see you next month.